So this is the first look at my 8088/V20 motherboard. You can see we've got our processor, clock, crystal, latches, and transceiver. We've got a reset button. And we've got two jumpers right here. If you see what they read on there, it reads non-maskable interrupt disable and interrupt disable. So if you're not using interrupts, you want to have these on there. In the future, I'll have a card that has the 8259 interrupt controller, and then you would just remove that jumper for while you're using it. There's 8 pin headers. They're pretty standardized pin out. So, as you know, the data and address lines are multiplexed on the 8088. So this is them separated out. You can see we got our hold acknowledge, IO, read, write, resets, and then your interrupt requests are right there. And then 5 volt and ground. And that's to supply 5 volt to your cards. So I've got a couple of cards made. We've got our SPI adapter here and our 1 megabyte of RAM here. As you can see on this one, and my future cards will have this, you got address 0 and data 7. That's so to remind you that that's where those two pins line up with, is address 0 and data 7. When you're using this with a Raspberry Pi or Arduino, you'll need the SPI adapter and the 1 megabyte of RAM here. And then I've got the parallel controller here. Been using these neck chips. They're just more available. You can still get Intel chips, but they're quite pricey typically. As you can see, what we have here on the parallel controller, you got your ports. You got 2 rows of pins. So one side you got your port A and 4 through 7 on port C. On the other side you got port B and 0 through 3 on port C. And then up here you've got your 5 volt and ground. That way you can provide power to whatever peripherals you're plugging into your pin headers. So when you connect this together, the future adapters, when I get them in stock, will have a right angle pin header, so they're not coming straight off. But you can plug these into any slot. And to remember, basically your chips here face your processor. It doesn't like it too much when you put them in backwards. So let's plug this one in here. And the RAM can just go in wherever. So as you can see, the way this is kind of designed is this side of the board is where all your peripherals will go this way. And then the only reason why these pin headers are on this side is so that you can take your Raspberry Pi and go Pi here, motherboard, and then your projects over here. So that's the first look at the board anyway. So if you have any questions, you can shoot me an email or make a comment. Thanks for watching.